Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today, it was really looking like it's gonna be a really bad day. I was like, oh, as soon as I woke up, I had to go to work, right? But I work at 7 o'clock, so I have a little bit of time to look into the market. And I saw that we were going straight down, and I was like, oh my God, are we gonna go back down to 30K? We were all the way up to 44,000, and then we were going back to 30K. We just lost basically about a third of our portfolio value in like 3 days, even though in the past week we're still up about $1,200, pretty good past month, up 6K past 3 months, up 70%. And I started basically recording videos again because I've always been recording videos on and off. But I said starting this year, I'm going to start recording and I'm going to get back into investing hardcore. And that's when I started repositioning my portfolio, and I got the portfolio I have today. And this is how it's been doing. And of course, the whole market's green, so it doesn't even really matter. But I believe in the long term that these right here, these babies, these stocks, these companies right here, these companies will bring us to the promised land, and it will get us to the first step of our challenge, of our goal is to get to 50K. And I believe that at least with these companies, before we take some profits and move on to the next big ones that I believe in, the next opportunities, the better opportunities once these babies have grown out a little bit and grown up and blossomed into the big companies I believe they could be, then these babies could easily get us past 50K. Maybe even they could have the potential to pass us up to 100,000. And once I start seeing the growth slow down, we have to find some new growth babies. And I do have some price targets in which I see in which I will want to sell my stock. But most of these are going to be longer term plays, like at least a year or two, if not more, maybe 5 years, depending on how I see the company innovate and anything like that. If I see them keep pushing the boundaries and increasing their revenue and profits, then I might as well just stay in them. Because I've made many mistakes before. I really want to go hardcore and put all this into it and go 100% margin, but that's one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made, and that's why I'm not doing it right now. Because once you go 100% margin, your gains get amplified, and so do your losses. Okay, so do your losses, and that's why right here you see this huge dip in the portfolio, in which I would easily be over 200,000 right now if it wasn't for the little crash that happened, which I was on margin and I was at 100% on margin. And when that happened, I got onto a margin call really fast. I had so much margin, I was in over 100% on Tesla, and I had to start selling my position slowly as each day was going down 5%, 10% for a whole month straight, basically. The portfolio just kept going down and down and down. And I've never been in like a crash like that. I've always been in little corrections. And usually they weren't like last year. Usually these corrections usually take out a little longer, take more than just a few days for the market just to collapse 30%. And I've never seen that before, but I think that's going to be the trend now. That since everything's so connected so fast, people react so quickly to news that before people were just, it would just be a slow decline. And now everything's on social media, everything's on the news. They push everything, and they push fear out whenever it's going bad, that everyone just starts selling everything instantly, selling all the positions instantly, because it's so easy to do it now. Like before, you couldn't be able to trade or invest on your phone. You had to be on a computer and you had to pay um, commission to sell and buy stock, and people would think twice before doing it, especially smaller investors like most of us here, not those big investors with hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, in which the fees don't even matter to them. But if you only have a couple $1,000 and you had to do a 12% to buy, I mean $12 to buy and $12 to sell, that's a pretty big deal right there. That's only 2% of your portfolio just on the commission by itself. So you would think twice before you start selling your positions just like that. But now, since everything's just free, people just do whatever they want. They just buy and sell instantly, seconds in sometimes. Like, I don't know how people can do that. For me, and then that's why I was like, I was not expecting such a huge crash like that, that brought my portfolio down so quickly. That's why I've lowered my margin. I'm never gonna use more than 50% of my margin. I could use up to 50% of my margin, but I think that's a bad idea. I'd like to stick to between below 30%. I want to take advantage of it, of course, because it will amplify my gains, but I do not want to get a margin call ever again. That's one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made, and I'm never gonna make that mistake again. So For me, margin is good, but too much margin could really bite you in the butt if it doesn't go your way. But let's go over the portfolio today. It was basically a boring day, really boring. Um, in the beginning, it would look like it was crashing and looked like we were going to go up again. I was like, yes, we might go back to 40K soon. But then it just started trading back down, and we're back down to 35,000. And the portfolio just been basically stagnating this today. And I mean, hopefully it stagnates because I would like to see Aphria stay at this point for a little while before it starts going back up. I don't want to see it dip down to $15, $17 is good. I would like to see it back up to above $20 and stay around that for a little bit. Like I said before all this commotion of the Wall Street bets, I've been saying that Aphria would hit $20 by the end of the year, and it's going up way too fast. And if you've seen my videos, I've been saying like this is unnatural. This is unnatural. Like I don't think it can go up anymore. And I said I said after this day that if it goes up again, I'm gonna start selling my position. And of course, the day it didn't go up was the day I said I was gonna do it. And you know what? It's whatever. I'm a long-term investor. This is just a little blip in the long-term perspective of this company. I believe this company is gonna be a monster in this industry, one of the leaders. But yeah, let's look at the option plays. Neo option long term, you know how it is. I'm up already on this position. If Neo goes to my price targets, I believe this is going to go up a lot more. Aphria, $10 call. I'm up a lot on this one. I was up almost 500% on this baby at the peak, but I went back down. Dropbox, it's actually starting to move a little bit upwards, which is nice. You know, nice. I have a price target of $30 on Dropbox and Neo. Whoo, baby! By the end of this month, we're gonna see Neo either go up a lot or we're gonna see Neo drop down even more, depending on the earnings. I believe the earnings they're gonna do very well. They've been beating expectations, passing expectations, doing very well, and I believe Neo it's slowly trading up, baby. By March 1st, when they release their earnings, oh my god, could this baby hit $70? Could it hit 75 to $80? If it does, my portfolio is gonna go back to $40,000. I don't care. It's my biggest position by far. I mean, before Aphria was actually competing with it, it went up to almost 12,000 in value, passing up Neo for like a split second. And if both of these happen to keep going up, my position will hit 50K way before what I was expecting. I was expecting my portfolio to hit 50,000 by the end of the year, if not more. But without any crash or major correction happening, which would obviously, if there's a crash that happens, then of course everyone's going to go down unless you sell all our position at the exact moment, which is almost impossible to do. That's why I'm saying like time in the market beats timing the market almost every single time. Because if you could predict everything, everyone would be rich. But you know it's almost impossible, and it's more stressful trying to time the market all the time. You know, and for me, just buy and hold. And once you see your price targets get passed, and if you decide to sell, then you sell for your profits, and then you move on to the next baby that you think is gonna do good, your next company. Yeah, and in Shopify, I really want to get this position. I'm still waiting for Robinhood to get my tax documents. They said February 14th is about the day that most people will get it. Hopefully, because you know what? I really want to do these taxes already so I can get them over with. I want to pay my taxes. I get paid on Tuesday, and I'm going to see how much I owe. Hopefully, having more than enough to pay it off. And if I do, the rest I'm going to be putting it into this portfolio, and we're going to start getting some cash up in this baby. I want to get my margin down to under 10K, and then if we see any opportunities to buy, we're gonna buy anything that we can buy. We'll buy it. I want to get this portfolio up. I told you I have price targets for all these babies. Shopify is gonna go at least at 10,000 in the next decade. Jumia, oh my god, I really want to go in more heavy into Jumia. It's been going up way too much. When did I start buying this baby? Let's look at my the history of when the first time I bought this. The first time I bought this was December 28th. I bought it for $40. Let's see, $42. Let's look at this one, 41. So I've been buying it at about $40 consistently. Look at 37. 34. Oh, this was a good buying opportunity. 34, 36, 40. So once I started buying it, it basically did not go back. And this company has the potential, I'm saying, to be a $100 billion company in the long run, like 10 years plus, I believe. 20x opportunity. In the short term, I believe by the end of the next year or in a year and a half from now or 2 years, this baby can hit 20 billion market cap, in my opinion. We're gonna have to see what they announce in their earnings, and it's gonna be oh my god, it's coming up very fast. Dang. I really want to build out my position more. This baby can hit $80 if they announce good earnings. I really need to get this position up, man. Damn, man, I need to get some more money. I really do. Of course, they're gaming. I have a price target of $100+ on this one. I think this one could go up to where Logitech is, like I've been saying, in the long run. So that's a 3x from now, or more, actually 3x, maybe 4x. It can get to $150 in the coming years. So pay attention to this one long term. MP Materials, it's really destined to just break out soon. It's trending upwards slowly. So we're probably going to see the same thing, slowly trend upwards. I believe MP Material has a opportunity to grow as fast as the EV market grows. So the EV market is just starting. Once it matures, this baby is gonna go crazy. The longer and the more cars get made, MP Materials will be supplying everything that these companies need. I mean, long term, this baby is gonna be huge. I believe it's gonna be huge. Tesla, you all know how I feel about Tesla. It was under $800 today. It was an opportunity to buy if you had the money. I mean, I'm up quite a bit on this one. I'm almost doubling up. Tesla, my short-term prediction for this year, I think it's gonna hit $1,000 to $1,200. I mean, they're doing all they're really trying to dominate, and they're already coming out with their smaller car, their $20,000 EV. Once that one comes out, they're gonna sell so much. I think they're gonna be selling easily 5 to 10 million cars in the next coming years. 5 to 10 million per year. They're gonna be a freaking revenue giant. They're gonna have $100+ billion quarters soon. And then when they do, I'm telling you, this is gonna be a multi-trillion-dollar company. Dropbox, very undervalued stock in my opinion. This is a very undervalued stock. This is a more calm stock compared to the others. You don't really see Dropbox going up 5, 10, 20% in one day like the others. Jumia, you see them going up 10%. You see Aphria going up a lot. You see Neo going up a lot. And Dropbox is a slow mover, more steady, more consistent. And I like that. I like kind of like to have a good stock, good company that keeps my portfolio calm. Then I have my super small positions in Beyond Meat and IIPR. These are more, I got in a good deal, and if it keeps going up, then I would sell. This one, IIPR, is probably the best cannabis company. This is basically like a REIT because it basically sells like facilities or rents out their facilities, and it's a profit beast. This is the only company that I've seen that from the start has just been consistently going upwards. Consistently. Like when I first seen this one, I've never seen it just like go straight back down to where it started. Like how Aurora Cannabis is, or how Aphria is. Like Aphria is barely starting to move upwards. But Aurora Cannabis still down a lot. But look at, you see, like it's been trending upwards slowly. Now it's slowly starting to go up again. But then you see Aurora Cannabis, that baby's still down a lot. Still down. Like, still down a lot. Like, from its top, it hasn't even been close to it. It would need to reach such a massive market cap. It would need a 10x to get close to that. And, wait, how high did it actually go? It didn't even go that high. Let's see Tilray. How high did Tilray go? I know Tilray had a day where it went up to $300. But yeah, look at this. This is the only one that I've seen that's been consistently going up. And it's a beast. This one's a beast. Like, if you would have got into this one They're one of the best performers out there. But yeah, that's a little bit of a recap of my portfolio and where I'm seeing everything. Hopefully you guys did better than me today, because today was just stagnant for me. And I'll see you guys probably tomorrow for another video. Hopefully you guys do better than me in this year, because my goal 50K, then 100K, then 250, then a million. So hopefully you guys are with me on that journey, and let's make this money. Let's become millionaires. Let's get rich, stack our money up when the markets are going up, and then when the markets go down, we start deploying our money and get these discounts. All right.